Hi, I'm Kylie Wetza, and I'll be talking about social media's impact on teenage self-esteem. A perfect nose, flawless skin, and an ideal smile. According to social media, this is what happiness looks like. But is it? With the rise of filters, editing apps, and even cosmetic surgeries influenced by online trends, we are constantly deceived by a fabricated version of perfection. This illusion makes teens feel inadequate, setting impossible beauty standards and pressuring them to conform to an unrealistic societal mold. So today, I want to shed light on how social media damages that teenage self-esteem by fostering insecurity for one, setting unrealistic expectations, and then creating overwhelming pressure to fit in. So moving on to my first point, we have social media fostering insecurity. So social media is embedded into every single moment of our lives, as we all know, making comparison inevitable in every single step of our lives, every single step of our day. We scroll through the images of picture-perfect people living their picture-perfect lives, leading teens to feel inadequate, like they don't measure up, like their lives are not perfect enough. But according to Granite Hills Hospital in 2024, this cycle of comparison is leading to a distorted perception of ourselves. As teens, you are in that crucial stage of development which you are finding your own identity, not finding somebody else's or trying to build it off of somebody else's, but finding it within yourself. So when you are constantly comparing themselves to an unattainable beauty standard and lifestyle standard, it hinders your own self-discovery. Beyond just self-image, insecurity is then fueled by social media, which leads to serious mental health consequences like body dysmorphia, eating disorders, and so on. If social media has this much power, then something needs to change. So then my second point is that unrealistic standards are set by social media's fake facade. Social media is highly edited. It is a curated version of what reality is. In an article, Jacobson explains the gap of one's online image with their actual real life. People post their best, their most exciting moments, vacations, parties, and your most recent perfect selfie that is edited. And rarely do we actually see the struggles that these people are going with and through in their everyday lives. This makes such a dangerous illusion, making us think that their life is perfect, which is anything less than acceptable. The problem with this mentality is that it just fuels that further comparison instead of embracing your own individuality, but it makes an idealized version of yourself. Nobody has a flawless life, and thinking this is crucial to your own self-esteem. My third point is the pressure to fit in and perform, as everybody wants you to. So beyond just physical looks, social media creates the pressure to maintain an active online presence. Teens feel obligated to post content that gets the most likes, the most views, and the most positive comments, which then impacts your own self-worth because you're finding it within what other people are saying. So according to research done by Pew Research Center, 40% of teens feel pressured to post content that makes them look good. This constant need for validation leads to burnout, anxiety, and then self-identity struggles. So the Mariah Behavioral Health Center found that 70% of teens feel pressured to look good online. This expectation doesn't just affect self-esteem, but it really shapes how you're going to interact with the world in the future. If we allow these unrealistic pressures to define our youth, we are risking creating a generation that prioritizes societal validation over your own self-acceptance. So in conclusion, social media is a powerful tool, but it is also deceptive. It distorts reality and it pressures teens into believing that we must look, act, and live in a certain way in order to be accepted. So what's the solution? Well, we need to shift our focus from comparison to self-growth. The next time you open up Instagram, instead of thinking, I wish I had this life, I wish I looked like this, remind yourself that behind every post is a human being, just like you, with flaws, with challenges, with imperfections. The only validation that you need comes from within. So let's take our self-worth and refuse to let social media define who we are.